Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jugs, and let me get past this little segment where I elaborate on why I'm even posting Black Ops, because I've tried this commentary a few times over and over again, and I seem to take a little too long to elaborate on this topic, and I end up talking about the real topic for maybe like, I don't know, 20% of the actual commentary. So let's try to knock this out of the way. I'm posting Black Ops. I know if you guys follow me on Twitter, you'll know that I'm not playing first-person shooters at all. You can see what I'm playing all the time, and I've even tweeted that I don't want to play any first-person shooters at least for a month at least. So I've stuck by that. I haven't played a first-person shooter in quite a while. If I do play a first-person shooter, it's not going to be as I'm not going to invest as much time in it per session as I used to, obviously, but I'm actually playing a bunch of fighting games right now. I'm playing Super Street Fighter 4 mainly. I'd say 99% of my time is invested in Super Street Fighter 4 just because I want to really get good at that game. And I'm taking it one step at a time, but if you guys want to check out how I'm progressing, I'm actually maining this second channel. This is going to be my main my main account, I guess, because that's what I seem to spend more time on. If you guys want to see what I actually look like, if you want to see vlogs and stuff relevant to fighting games and my progression through fighting games, I'm actually doing a series where I go from scrub, absolute scrub, and I am trying to get good enough to be able to compete at the highest level of fighting games, and it's open to everybody. It's called Evo, and that event is open to everybody as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know, and it's just a gigantic fucking tournament, and I'm doing tournaments along the way in my area and stuff like that. I haven't actually gotten good enough to even win online that much, so it's gonna take a while. The series is gonna take years, but it's Road to Evo. That's what I'm calling it, and I'm sticking by it. I'm gonna try to go all the way with this one, and I'm hoping I'll have your guys' support. And the reason I'm playing fighting games and not first-person shooters is just because first-person shooters on the console, any game, any mainstream game on the console with a multiplayer, and if it involves shooting other people, it's not going to be a fair game, and it's just simple as that. It's going to be curved to the casual gamer if the suits or the big wigs up top are trying to be successful. It's going to be curved to the casual gamer, and it's going to punish the more hardcore experienced gamer, and that's just simple, you know, it's just making money. You don't want to punish your majority consumer base, your larger consumer base, and don't get it wrong. We are the minority. We are like less than 1% of the people who actually buy and play this game. So when I say we, I mean the YouTube community. So I said fuck that. You know, I can't play games casually. Like if I'm playing a multiplayer game, I play to win, and I play to win every time. And if I lose, I want to learn why I lost, and I want to get better. That's just how I am. I'm competitive in nature, and I don't like to lose. So that applies to anything in life, in my life anyway. So that's why I don't want to play this game anymore, because half the time you lose, it's not even your fucking fault. It's just some random ass shit, or the other team using, you know, off mosses, or you're just, it's I don't want to go into it, to be honest. But anyways, that's why I'm playing fighting games. And there are other games, there are other genres that are really skill based. Like I know StarCraft 2 is really skill based. That game takes a shit ton of knowledge, and a lot of like the skill in that game is like actions per minute. That's where I think the skill aspect of that game comes into play. But the bulk of that game takes knowledge and outwitting your opponent, and that's something that I can respect. But anyways, the series that I'm doing with this whole, the reason that I'm making this commentary is to tell you guys that I'm doing like a little kind of gold gun series where I talk about my experience with the guns up to this point, before I forget everything about the guns, because I'm not playing this game at all. I haven't touched it in weeks. So anyways, without further ado, let's talk about it. This gun, you guys have been seeing me rape with it. I get like 2 triple kill feeds in this game with the Enfield, and a lot of double sprays, and I get a lot of kills with it, and it's pretty entertaining stuff. I know I say that, you know, you shouldn't use a chopper gunner, and if you're a commentator, using a chopper gunner is a big no-no, because that's really boring to watch, and I still stick by that. But I've also said that, at least I don't know if I've said it in a video commentary, but if you're a commentator, you got to find out what level of gameplay you're gonna post based on what you normally get. So if you only get like 30, like if the best you can do out of 10 games is like 30-2, or that's a respectable game. If the best you can get is like 20-5, then you post that, because that's what you can do. You're not holding yourself to a standard based on other commentators. You're holding yourself to your own standard. And seeing as how I'm not playing this game anymore, 49-4 with only 6 kills in the chopper and a ton of kills from dogs, but I mean most of my kills come from my gun. That's pretty good for me. Obviously, if I was still playing this game, I would get a better gameplay than this with my gun exclusively, and I'd post that, but I'm not. So anyways, how do I feel about the Enfield? Here we go. We've come back to the point where it's only 20% of the commentary devoted to the actual topic itself. And I know, fuck it, I'm not redoing this. It's 5:11 in the morning. So the Enfield, how have I enjoyed this gun? This is actually probably my favorite gun in the game in Black Ops, and the reason is for all the reasons that people hate it for. You know, they hate the fire rate, they hate the recoil, they hate well, I guess that's it, the fire rate and the recoil. Anyways, the fire rate, why do I like the fire rate? I like the fire rate because at a distance I can definitely manage the recoil and the rate of fire, and I find that I'm a lot more accurate with this gun at a distance than I am with things like the FAMAS or the AUG, and that's just a personal preference. But you know, you might want to try it for yourself. The damage also, I know that this gun has a higher damage output than the FAMAS, but not by much. But I think maybe it has like more range. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm speaking completely out of my ass, but I think that this gun carries more damage at a distance. But obviously, let's not compare guns to the FAMAS, because the FAMAS just beats everything, every gun of every category, in every situation, in every playlist, in every game type. The FAMAS wins. So we can't really compare it to the FAMAS. But anyways, the fire rate, I love it. The damage, it's solid. The what else about it? The recoil, I like the recoil. It's not too bad. The fire rate is slow enough that the recoil, even though it's not that consistent, it's not really that big of a factor for me if you're, you know, tap firing or shooting accurately. So anyways, what else do I really like about this gun? What I really like about this gun is the quick ADS speed, and that is a big plus. I love that fact about it. And when I play this game, you'll see me use Sleight of Hand Pro in this game, but I normally, like maybe a month before I stop playing this game altogether, I've only been using Hardened Pro, and that's just because I find that I'm getting, like, even though I'm first to be on target on another person and I don't get off target, I find that I'm getting view kicked to all hell while that person doesn't get view kicked at all. And the person that usually wins gunfights is the person that stays on target, and so I put on Hardened Pro and I win. And this game has, I think it has better penetration than a lot of other assault rifles, just because the fire rate is so slow, or just the way they designed it. But anyways, those are the reasons why I like this gun. This is my favorite gun in the game. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out. This has been Jugs.